What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about the pro player secrets that you need to know. Many of you guys are still having difficulty with it, so I'm going to give you some of the guidelines of what all these pro players are doing. A lot of what they're doing, though, revolves around the fact that, they usually have every player at the top of their positions, right? So I just recently purchased Cam Newton. I'm not expecting everybody that watches this video to go and purchase Cam Newton. I'm just going to give you guys some of the tips and tricks that's going on so that if you play some of the events, if you're playing head-to-head, you have a better advantage of understanding what's going on. So this guy's a 3 million coin card, right? I spent 3.5 for him. I don't regret paying for him. I think he's one of the, he's the best quarterback in the game, in my opinion. All right, just because of how fast he gets the ball out. All right, now most feared is around the corner, so that may create an issue based on who they drop. But because of his height and the way that he throws the ball, I don't know if he's going to be outdated as soon as people are thinking he's going to be outdated. The bottom line is this: if you do get him, you probably want to go ahead and get rid of him before he drops to like 2 million. So as he starts to drop, maybe like around that, because at that point there'll probably be somebody else that's suitable. As of right now, though, no. He's probably the best player in the game right now. So what are the pros doing? I'm going to talk to you guys about that real quick. What are these things that's happening? How are these pros coming out and they have a hitch route, or they have a quick stop and go, and then they just, quickly throw the ball to them after they start moving again? They're using Playmaker. Okay, so the Playmaker ability is pretty much something where it's been a glitch in the game for a long time. In my opinion, it's been toned down a lot though. All right, so what it means is this year when you use Playmaker, you have to hold the L2 button and the right analog stick to move them where you want, right? So theoretically, what they'll do is, depending on their route combination, they'll have an underneath route that'll stop. It like stop cold, right? And then they'll do the L2, the L trigger, and then whichever direction they want the player to go, and then they'll super fast move, right? And you're like, yo, what are you doing? Yo, bro, I was playing D. Okay, that's what they're doing. Their combination is Gunslinger and Playmaker. Okay, for me, I prefer gift wrap. I'm gonna explain to you guys why in a second. But you can see Cam Newton gets both of those things. So because he gets the Gunslinger and he gets the Playmaker, that's the meta right now for quarterback. If your quarterback can get those two things, that's what they're doing. So that's why it doesn't matter what route combination they have. If a guy is just sitting right there like 5 yards above the line of scrimmage, they're going to turn them whichever way they want, and it's going to be super fast, and they're going to get away from whoever your player is. You're going to have to literally track them because they do have the icon around them where you can see that they're actually being playmakered, and you're going to have to just run and choose a direction where they're going to go. Typically, it's to the right or up. Because if they see it, they're going to throw it up, and usually it's going for 6. And it's a real wild situation that they get such a speed burst, but that's what it is. That's why a lot of the pros are calling for Gunslinger and Playmaker to be raised. Because although they like to do it, they don't want the advantage to be used by everyone else. So you'll see pro players complain about the fact that, oh, why is Gunslinger 4? Why is Playmaker 3? It's because they don't like the fact that people can use it as well as them. Right? So now, with all of this being the case, all you have to do is understand a few things. If you do have a quarterback that gets this combination, right? Gunslinger with Playmaker, all you have to know is that you need an underneath route that's going to either stop cold or like a hitch that you can just manipulate. And then you need Gunslinger to get the ball to them super fast. That's the QB meta. All right, so that's what people are doing. Now, if you can't afford Cam Newton, right? There's so many other quarterbacks that get the same concept. Obviously, none of the seasoned players do. I don't believe any of the seasoned players do, but we're going to check it real quick because you definitely need speed. I would say that that's one of the most important things to have. I know for a fact, though, people, as far as Gunslinger, the glitch, though, like if you really don't have the coins and you're just like, yo, I need to get him. I think that guy, what is he? He's like an 86 or something. Where is he? I got to find him. Or is he an 87? I want to find that dude. You know what? Let me go to, okay, there he goes. Case Keenum, right? So people have been using him. He's like a low budget gunslinger dude where if he played for any of the teams that you have, you can jump him up right now to an 86 speed with the strategy card for the Unreal Moments and any of these teams here. He gets all that stuff because he gets gunslinger there, and then I believe he gets Playmaker. So if you're looking for a low budget version of what the pros are running, I would recommend Case Keenum. Okay, that is pretty much what it is. Now, we're going to jump to the other side of the ball, on the defensive side of the ball, because people have been like, yo, G, can you just make a video just saying what's going on? A lot of this that has been going on with the sheds and all that stuff, I know you guys, if you don't know about John Beast, he actually had a stream where he showed a lot of the different things as far as why he was getting sheds, right? Primarily, you don't need all the things that he's talking about, but I'm going to show you guys, what he's doing, because he does deserve credit for, pretty much saying it and letting everybody know, like, these are the way you get sheds. So look, let's go ahead and look at a free card, so that way everybody understands that you can run this meta however you want, right? This guy is a free card. He's a seasoned player. All you're going to need is double or nothing. This guy right here, right? Double or nothing Toro and buy one, get one free is the move, right? So BOGO, Toro, and double or nothing, right? But let me just tell you something. You don't really need the BOGO. You don't need the buy one, get one free. See, that's the problem that goes on in the community, right? Everybody just watches what everybody is doing and they do it to a T. Don't be scared to experiment and see what else works, because if you do that, it makes it a lot easier for you to create your own scheme, right? I played somebody with no BOGO, and that dude was running right into the backfield every single play. So with those three things, you can get instant sheds, all right? Now, how does it work? Pretty much with the stack, right? You can see like the buy one, get one free. It tells you what happens, right? You get a free pass rush move after spending a point. Some people use instant rebate, right? So if you do get a shed, you get another pass rush point. So why does that matter? Every time you get another pass rush point, you get a dominant bull rush move from El Toro, which means they just throw the player out of the way. And that actually works. Then, if not, you can go here and do double or nothing at twice the cost. So even if they like double team him, he still has a chance to get free, because he's going to use either the double or nothing, right? If he has max points, or he's going to use El Toro. So that's the whole system. But typically during a game, they continue to get their pass rush points. It continues to be recycled and come back. This just makes it glitchy. But the problem is 7 on one player. So you want to spread that out for the chance that somebody else can do it. So primarily you'll see at least 2 players on a team. So I played a pro recently that, he had 2 of them and he had to buy one, get one free, and that's 14. That leaves you 1 AP on defense. I don't know if you guys want to do it like that. So I just spread it around and see how it goes. And it still works. It's just that it's not as, it doesn't come in as much because you're not getting that extra speed point. So with the way that John Beast does it with 7, it's pretty excessive. I don't think that that's going to last a lot, because you definitely don't want to have one player that has all that XP. You just don't want to do it, because he's not always going to get in. So if you spread it out and just take away the buy one, get one, you have an option of putting more El Toros and double or nothings on the other players. But the actual meta that the pros are using and why they're jumping into your backfield as soon as you snap the ball is the buy one, get one, okay? Double or nothing, and El Toro. I got more tips coming your way. All you gotta do is like the video, share, subscribe, and we'll be back at you. I'm gonna talk to you guys soon. One love, y'all.